Ever feel like the world just keeps changing the rules on you? One day, everything's going great, and the next, your job, your relationships, or even your personal goals feel completely up in the air. It's like someone moved your cheese. That's exactly the idea behind the brilliant little book by Dr. Spencer Johnson, Who Moved My Cheese. It's a simple story, but its message is incredibly powerful for anyone dealing with change. Which, let's be honest, is all of us. The story is about 4 characters living in a maze, 2 mice named Sniff and Scurry, and 2 little people named Hem and Haw. They all love cheese, and for them, cheese represents whatever we want in life: a good job, money, a loving relationship, or good health. Every day they'd go to a place called Cheese Station C, where they found a huge supply of their favorite cheese. They were happy and comfortable. Sniff and Scurry, the mice, were simple creatures. They kept their running shoes tied around their necks, just in case. They noticed the cheese supply was getting smaller every day, so when the cheese finally disappeared, they weren't shocked. They sniffed out a new direction and scurried off to find new cheese without a second thought. But Hem and Haw, the little people, were a different story. They had become complacent and entitled. When they found the cheese gone, they were outraged. "Who moved my cheese?" they yelled. They felt it was unfair. They analyzed the situation to death, complained, and blamed everyone but themselves. They just stood there day after day, hoping the old cheese would magically reappear. Their fear of the unknown maze kept them paralyzed. This is where the story gets really interesting. While Hem was stuck in his anger and denial, saying, "I want my old cheese back," Haw started to realize something. Waiting wasn't going to solve anything. He was getting weaker and hungrier. He was afraid of going into the maze, wondering what dangers might be lurking. But he eventually realized that his fear of staying in a cheesy-less situation was becoming greater than his fear of the unknown. So, Haw decided to venture out. As he moved through the maze, he started writing what he learned on the walls. He wrote things like, "If you do not change, you can become extinct." And "What would you do if you weren't afraid?" These became guiding principles. He even found little bits of new cheese along the way, which gave him the strength to keep going. The journey was scary, but it was also exciting. Eventually, Haw found Cheese Station N, a place filled with even more delicious and new types of cheese than he'd ever imagined. And guess who was already there, enjoying themselves? Sniff and Scurry. Haw had learned that change is inevitable. The key is to anticipate it, adapt to it quickly, and most importantly, enjoy the adventure of finding new cheese. He even wondered if his old friend Hem would ever leave Cheese Station C. The book leaves that question open, forcing us to ask ourselves, are we a Hem or a Haw? So, what's the takeaway for us? Are you sniffing out change like the mice? Are you paralyzed by fear like Hem? Or are you learning to embrace the journey like Haw? The message is clear. The faster you let go of old cheese, the sooner you can enjoy new cheese. Don't overanalyze or complicate things. When things change, we have to change with them. It's not always easy, but it's always necessary for growth and happiness. What do you think? Have you ever had your cheese moved? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and if you found this helpful, be sure to like and subscribe for more insights. See you next time.